Hi, Laurel Holland here. You're watching my video channel where we're posting videos that help you become a joyful and conscious leader of your own life. We're here to help support you on your inner journey. We've learned that it's really what's going on the inside which matters, because whatever's going on the inside is reflected on the outside of your life, all around you. So, when we look inward and we notice what's happening in the inward state, we can truly affect the outward state. This month we're focusing on 2 habits that drain the energy out of your life. So we've talked about ending the worry habit last time. This time we're talking about ending the guilt habit. When I'm working with clients, I'm teaching that guilt is useful for 2 things. So let's talk about ending the guilt habit today and how you can put your guilt to good use or release it in your life. So I'm going to give you 3 steps today to end the guilt habit and free yourself up to really source from a deeper energy that's much more useful. First step in ending the guilt habit is to identify when you're feeling guilty. And sometimes this can be a little tricky because guilt can often be threaded with a bunch of other emotional content, and it also is a very mental process, so we don't necessarily tap into the feeling state of it, and it just keeps on draining us. So the first thing I want you to do is begin to notice when you're feeling guilty and what the feeling feels like in your being. This is going to shift you from being completely in your head with it and feeling stuck in an old story to allowing yourself to really come into your full being where your power to change the experience actually exists. So, beginning with identifying where is your guilt in your body. Just begin to notice how it feels. Breathe into the experience. Don't be in your head. Breathe deeper into your being. Notice, where is the guilt? What does it feel like? Is it down here, low in your belly? Is it kind of a twisting, turning? Is it up here, higher in your stomach, kind of in your solar plexus? Is it kind of a nauseous feeling? Is it in your heart? Is it a heaviness? Is it in your throat? Is it a constriction? Look around. Check it out. Really come into your full being with it and notice. That's it. All you have to do is notice. The second part is to get really specific about what it is you feel guilty about. Because if you have actually something useful to do with that guilt, then you've got to identify the specifics of it. And if it's a guilt habit, oftentimes there's not a lot of specificity around it. It's just kind of a random guilty feeling. And you start attaching all kinds of parts of your life and aspects of your history and your future to the guilt feeling, and it doesn't serve you in any kind of way. So get really specific about what is arising in your being around this guilt. And then thirdly, you want to put your guilt to good use. And your guilt is good for 2 things. 1, to help you make amends, or 2, to change your behavior. Or perhaps a combination of both. So, you want to look at, what do you really feel guilty about? What is the specific here? Do you owe somebody an apology? Do you owe yourself some forgiveness? You want to move through the I'm sorry, forgiveness process. And you really want to get into the fullness of that experience so that you can release the guilt and let the past be the past. It's also really important to examine what you feel guilty about, because it will indicate for you where you need to change your behavior. If you're living outside your value system, your deepest inner value system, you will feel guilty when you behave out of alignment with that. So for instance, if you're not being completely honest and you value truth to the utmost, then anytime you step outside being really completely honest with yourself and with others, you're going to feel guilty. And you're going to feel some level of that. And so you really need to examine your behavior, your thought, your word, to come back into alignment with your truest value system. And then you'll be putting your guilt to really good use, and it will serve you and others in the world to the highest. I hope you come and visit us at focusinginward.com, where we post writings and videos that help you navigate the inner journey. The inner journey is the journey of a lifetime. It's so exciting, and it's so filled with incredible discoveries for you when you really are able to stay still and look inward. And the best thing about this journey is you don't even have to leave home to take it. Have a great month.